Hi guys, welcome to Homemade in Stacey's Kitchen. And today I'm going to be making an easy chicken bake. So the first thing I'm going to do is preheat my oven to 400. So I got that going. And then I am going to get out a couple of these cups that I might need. So this is a really simple, easy chicken bake. It's with a lot of ingredients that you may have in your kitchen, in your pantry, or your freezer, fridge, whatever. But it's really easy to make and really yummy. So, and you know, we all know that when it's a weeknight and if we have to work and then we have to work the next day, we don't have time to be spending, you know, hours cooking in the kitchen, but yet we still might want a nice meal for our family. So this is some of the things that I've learned, you know, that you can do and do quickly when you are trying to do that. So first, I have animals behind me, I'm sorry, that are begging for food. So if you hear that, a cat or a dog, that's what that is. So first thing I'm going to do is I need 3 cups of chicken. Now you can use a rotisserie chicken, you can use chicken breasts and cook them, you can use thighs, whatever you have. You just need 3 cups of chopped up chicken. So today I'm doing this. Good thing I did that over my bowl. And yes, I have clean hands. I always wash my hands right before I start. Plus I wash my hands several times while I'm cooking. So I'm going to dump that in here. I've got my bowl to put my chicken in. And there is my dog. Get down, Daisy. Daisy, get down. The sad thing about this is when we eat, she's not out. We don't give her taste of food, but yet they think they get food. So, yeah, there's something, let me tell you. So, more perfect. So I'm just dumping my chicken in here. You can see my bowl there. Okay, we got one more. You better stay down, Missy. I don't want dog hair in my food. That doesn't create a very nice environment if you got animals in your food. Get down! Like I said. Okay, so there's our 3 cups of chicken. All right. And I'm just feeding this to my family so I can use my clean hands. There, have at it. I'm going to wash my hands now that I did that. And into that bowl with my chicken. I'm going to mix in a can of cream of chicken soup. Put these aside. And just any can of cream of mushroom. You can use Campbell's or you can use any Store's brand. It doesn't matter. I'm just getting that all in here. Really. All right, so I got that in there. Also to this, you're going to make a box of stovetop. So, and actually for this one, you are not going to make it according to directions. I have another chicken bake recipe that I do. You want a 16-ounce bag of mixed vegetables, or if you don't like mixed vegetables and you prefer a different vegetable, you can do that too. The only thing you want to do is make sure that they're thawed out, and then you want to be able to find your strainer, and you want to drain these and just make sure you get off any liquid. So there's that, and I'm going to mix that right in my bowl too. All right. So I'm going to mix all this up here. And then there's one other thing you want to add, and that is 1/3 cup of sour cream. I used to have some Daisy sour cream, but you can use whatever brand of sour cream. There again, you can use store brand if you want to use the light sour cream. If you prefer that, that's great too. Whatever you prefer. So I'm gonna mix in 1/3 cup here. Wash my hands again. All right, I'm gonna stir that in. Like I said, it's so easy, but yet it's so good. And I think it's something that, your family will really enjoy. And it's homemade in the fact that, yes, I'm using, frozen mixed vegetables, and I'm using canned chicken soup, cream chicken soup, but I'm putting this together, baking it, and it just turns out yummy. Every time I make it, my family says it's good. And I have a picky family, so both my husband and daughter, which I'm not thrilled about, but they're picky eaters. My daughter's learned that from her dad. He's a picky eater. Although, since we've been together and been married, he's eaten a lot of things that he never ate before. And so, I'll be right back. I'm going to grab my spray. I'm just going to spray my pan with some baking spray, and I just have a 9x13 pan that's going to go into. And the other thing I'm going to add to this I'm doing it with my hands that I just washed. They're clean. I'm just going to add a little sprinkling of pepper. There's enough salt in the soup that I don't need to add that. But I'm just adding a little pepper. And then I'm going to dump this in my prepared pan. And I just heard my oven, so that's ready. So I'm going to dump this in here. Got my pan here. This is a heavy full bowl. Make sure I scrape out all this yumminess. And then I'm just going to, a little bit more here, and I'm just going to push it around so that it covers the whole pan, like that. And then Now, if you don't like pepper, you don't have to put pepper either. I just happen to like that seasoning a lot. If you have, any fresh herbs, if you happen to grow them, you can put them in there too. So it's pretty versatile. And so that's the nice thing about it. Now for the stuffing mix, I have sage. You can use chicken, you can use turkey. I just happen to have this one in my pantry, so this is what I'm using. Okay, I wasn't telling the truth. Yes, you do make the stuffing mix according to, that's what I thought. That seemed odd that you don't. So you just make it according to the directions. So I need 1.5 cups of water. I need some butter for that. Butter. I'm just going to bring this to a boil. And then, so it's 1.5 cups of water and 4 tablespoons of butter. So I got to get one more. I had 3 exactly right there. So I just need 1 more tablespoon. And then after you make the stuffing according to directions, you just put it over the top. How easy is that? And it's so good. Like I said, so I'm just bringing this to a boil, and this is so easy to do too. You just bring the water and butter to a boil, and then you mix in the stuffing mix, let it sit a couple minutes, and put it on top. And anybody can make this. You don't have to be any kind of a fancy cook or chef or anybody. I mean, this is an easy one to make. So got that there. I'm just waiting for that. Waiting for my water to boil, and so the butter melts in. So I'm going to get a spoon into there. There we go. Get down. You're not in this. Get down, get down, get down. My naughty animals. Like I said, we don't even give them, we give them dog treats and cat treats. We don't give them people food. But my dog is still learning. She's only an 8-month-old puppy, so she still tries, even though she knows she's not going to get it. But I guess that's what puppies do. Just opening this up, so as soon as this is ready, I can dump it in. And then go on my way with that. So yeah. And I like easy recipes like this, and also it's in a 9x13 pan. There's enough for leftovers tomorrow when I have to work again. And so I like to make meals like that sometimes, where you get a couple meals. Or sometimes I'll make enough and then I'll freeze some, and then you can take it out for a quick lunch, or if you have a really busy night and you have stuff going on, but you need something to eat and you don't want junk, you can pull it up and heat it up, and you got a nice meal. So I do that with things too. Melting nicely and coming to a boil, so that's good there. And then and I like to, when I first bake it, I like to cover it with foil, and then like the last 10-15 minutes I uncover it. That way it doesn't get too dark on top, and I think it just bakes a little more evenly that way. Look at this, my water's already to a boil. And my butter's all melted in there, so I can dump in my stuffing mix. And I'm going to take it off the heat and let it sit a minute so that it absorbs the water before I dump it on there. I'm just going to stir this a bit. It's smelling so good in my kitchen, guys. I just love it. I'm gonna get a spatula out too because I want to make sure that I scrape all the yumminess off of there. I'm gonna grab my aluminum foil. I will not video while it's baking, but I will come back once it's done. All right, spoon this on here, just like that. Yep, and I can see there's some stuff that I need to scrape out with my spatula. And look at that, just spread it out on top. Oh my gosh, it already looks good, and like I said, it smells so good. Just so that it covers the, there we go. I'm gonna cover it with foil. And put it in my preheated oven for 30 minutes. So I'm going to set it for about 20, then take the foil off and then set it for another 10. And like I said, I will be back once it's done and I will show you the finished product.